people, I'm going to be real brief. I don't want to come out here and blow my own horn. I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot, toot.
Yeah, shout out to the PBC, man. That was a good card, man, for y'all first time being on Amazon, man. Salute, salute, salute. That was good stuff right there. That was a good card, man. Shout out to Lara. Lara came in, defending his 160 title. Man is just getting stronger as he gets older, 41 years old. Last 3 or 4 fights has been done by wins by knockout. So shout out to him. That's my guy right there, 160. He got one of Triple G's belts. You know, Triple G dropped the belts, whatever. Isaac Cruz. Shout out to Isaac Cruz. I mean, we kind of knew that was going to happen. Rolly Romero made a fool out of himself. And hopefully he saved his money, because that was just an atrocious performance. Rolly was holding, got a point taken away for holding. You know what I mean? Pitbull Cruz. Rolly, I can't lie. Rolly was hitting Pitbulls with some shots, but Pitbull was eating those like Pac-Man power pellets. They didn't have no effect on him. For Rolly, hopefully he saved his money. You know what I mean? Because he talked himself into some good fights. You know, I don't see, unless he fights Blair the Flair Cobb. I would like to see that. 2 big mouths, because Rolly is pretty much an overachiever for just getting these two for the fights he's been getting. He got 2 big paydays. Shout out to Isaac Cruz, new 140-pound champion. He did what he was supposed to do, man. He went in there and just was Isaac Cruz, you know. He was Isaac Cruz, but at 140, it's going to be tough. You got Devin Haney there, Matias. You got Benavidez, and you got the King, Devin Haney. So it's definitely going to be tough for him at 140. But I would like to see him. What I think is going to happen with Isaac Cruz will probably be a Tank rematch after whoever Tank fights next. That'll be a title fight. Tank will be a title holder at 140. So I think that'll be the future of Isaac Cruz. Now to the main event. Tszyu versus Fundora. And I would say like this, man. If you would see the height difference in this fight, man, it was crazy. I think Fundora's like, I don't know. I don't even know how tall he is. I forget to tell her the tape. Maybe I'll punch it in there. But, man, Tszyu was controlling that whole fight until he ended up cutting himself. He ended up going low and basically hitting his own head into Fundora's elbow and cut himself high on the head. He was controlling the first 2 rounds. I mean, I think that he probably would have ended up knocking Fundora out late, in my opinion. But that cut kind of threw him off, and I mean, he was bloody, people. He was bloody. They both were bloody, because Fundora was bleeding out the nose and mouth. But yeah, Tszyu had a cut on the top of his head, like right on like a little bit above the hairline. So they couldn't do anything with that cut. His cut team wasn't thorough like that. But I think one of the commentators said it. I forget who said it. I think it was Goosen. But yeah, after that cut happened, it Tszyu just lost the confidence. I mean, because he couldn't see. The blood was just coming in his face. You know, he's always pawing at the eye. So Fundora, for the first time in his life, used his height and just, was jabbing him. Tszyu showed a lot of heart. And I really thought that Tszyu was going to come back and win because he was, hitting Fundora with some good shots. I mean, I seen an uppercut that was there, but he just couldn't land it. You know what I mean? Shout out to both of those gentlemen. It was a good fight, and shout out to the PBC and Amazon. I would call this a success. It was a good fight. I was, I was entertained, and only thing I didn't like was the end, because I think Fundora owes Tszyu a rematch. And Errol Spence got in the ring, and they were, I feel as though that Errol, the way they was going to sell it, because Tszyu didn't really call him out or anything. He was gracious with his loss. He was a gentleman with his loss. He held his head high, and he was a gentleman with that. I would like to see him fight again for sure. I'm not one of these people that feel as though if you lost one fight, your career is done. I mean, some of, people call Muhammad Ali the greatest of all time, and he lost, I think, 10 times. But I don't want to see that fight, Spence Fundora. I would like to see Spence and Tszyu run it back, and I hope I mean they were saying that Tszyu has a rematch clause, so hopefully he just enacts his rematch clause and we see this fight again. You know what I mean? Because it was a good fight, and I think that Tszyu, had he not got cut, it would have been more competitive, and I feel as though he would have probably stopped Fundora late. You know what I mean? Even with the bad cut, he was still showing a lot of heart. Still, he didn't let the cut. So a lot of people would have stopped because he was a bloody mess. But again, I would like to give Fundora his props also, because he did fight the fight that he was supposed to fight. Use the jab, stick with the jab, and hats off to everybody that won tonight. And until next time, guys, Boxing with the Pros, it's your boy Smoke, and I'm out of here.
When last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made.